Welcome back, everybody. You know our show is about information, entertainment, and inspiration. And now has come for the inspirational segment, because he always inspires us, my great friend, Joe Satriano.
Thank you, Howie. Thank you very much. It really is a pleasure to do this every week. I love it. And meeting wonderful people, hearing great talent, and also getting a laugh or two, which is great. So my name is Joe Satriano, and for those of you that are first-time watchers on the podcast, I started a foundation 10 years ago after my wife Susan passed away of a 13-year battle with breast cancer. We were both high school math teachers, and of course, what do high school math teachers do? We actually multiplied twice in our lives. Please hold the laughter down back there. And we actually saw the devastating effects it had on our own two boys to watch their mom's 13-year demise. So after Sue died and I was no longer teaching, I actually retired 4 years early to be with her because I was no longer being the fun math teacher I used to be. Those are two words that don't go together in the same sentence, fun and math. I decided that, you know what, it was enough time laying in bed in fetal position under the covers, not doing anything with my life or helping anybody else. I knew I had something left in the tank. So what I decided to do was I started the Susan Satriano Foundation. If you can focus in here on the pin, notice the double S kissing at a pink heart for the Susan Satriano Foundation. I'm so glad her name was Sue. It wouldn't have worked with the heart. I target high school seniors who are going to an accredited college in the fall because it is a scholarship for their higher education. The kicker to be eligible is, unfortunately, they have to have a parent who has either passed away of cancer, presently battling, or in remission. And you're looking at the foundation. No one works for me. I do it all myself. And I'm so proud to say that in 10 years, I have reached to help over 900 kids across the nation with well over $500,000 in scholarships. One of the wonderful things that the foundation does as well is not only do we hand out scholarships, but I ask each school to give me 20 minutes with each child. And the reason why I do that is because it's not an interview to select one against the other. And now I know how to interview a child because of Michael's segment, yeah. I've been doing it wrong for 10 years. But the wonderful thing is that I let them talk. I tell them my story, and amazingly, they open up like crazy, and it becomes a very cathartic episode for them. And by the way, I've become lifelong friends with some of these kids who are now no longer kids. They have kids of their own, which is amazing. And they tell me how the foundation has changed their lives and how it's made a difference in their life, and they want to give back. It's just remarkable. So what I do every week is I come on the show and I talk about one of the 900 kids that I met and their story. And they are so inspiring kids that if it doesn't move you to get up and do something, I don't know what will. This story is about a girl named Linda who I met about 4 years ago at her high school. She wanted to be an art major. Her mom was diagnosed with breast cancer in her junior year. It was a difficult year, as she told me. PSATs, grades to maintain, and not surprisingly, she also shared with me, and this is a commonplace thing that happens when there's a diagnosis, her father bolted the family because he couldn't handle the disease, and he couldn't handle all the stress. To this day, she told me she doesn't know where he is. So that added even extra pressure on her because now she had to take on a job which she happened to find at a local art supply store, which is right up her alley. The amazing thing is that this store owner got wind of the fact of what was going on with Linda and her family. So he got this bright idea, and of course she went along with it, which I thought was great. The store owner decided to supply all kinds of art supplies, paint, whatever you need. And what they did was basically they put a huge sign out in front of the store, And it was for $20. You can come and pick any paint color you want, put your hand in it, and then put it down on a piece of rolled paper. And it was just amazing. She made, the community gathered up, teachers came, administrators, friends, because it was all something fun to do, and they knew it was going towards a good cause. They actually raised close to $5,000 doing this. And she sent me a picture of one of their, excuse the expression, handiwork. This was one of the things that was rolled up there. It was basically a bunch of hands in the shape of a heart. I thought that was pretty cool. Most of the artwork, though, that she showed me was mainly just arbitrary hands all over the place. And what she did with that money is she sent it to the American Cancer Society, and she told me, and she showed me a picture of this too, that it was hanging, this huge mural of hands of different colored paint, but it was hanging in the lobby of the American Cancer Society building in Atlanta. And it stayed up there for about a year. She was so proud of that. At the awards assembly, I was there to hand her check, and she stopped in the middle of the assembly, and she thanked me, first of all, for what I did, but she called up the art supply store owner, who happened to be in the crowd. And it was just a very touching moment, because they both received an incredible 4-minute standing ovation for what they did. It's unbelievable how a student, this is a high school senior, decided to make a difference. She happened to hook up with someone who was also very who wanted to help as well, in the art supply store owner. And together, they made a major difference in this world. I'm happy to report that she's now at Fashion Institute Design, pursuing her goal to be an art major. And the best part of this whole story is that Linda's mom is in remission and doing quite well right now. So, you know, the amazing thing about this, you got to keep remembering, is that these are high school seniors. These are not adults, but yet they act like adults. And they make major differences in this world just by doing little things, deciding to do a painting with hands. It's just remarkable. If I may, I also became an author, and my book is In Sickness and in Health, a memoir of love. It's not a story about loss. It's actually a story about hope and optimism and love. That's the way Sue and I lived our life. And people who come to my book talks, and I've just come through 2 amazing weekends of book talks, made a lot of money for the foundation. The amazing thing that people tell me is that they are inspired to move forward in their life after reading this book, because they want to emulate the way Sue and I handled the 13-year battle. We did it with laughter and love and humor. That's us. I'm telling people we weren't looking to be role models. We were just trying to get through the day. But apparently it's helped people to get through their tragedies. The other wonderful perk of the book is that 100% of its proceeds goes to the foundation. I don't take a penny for it. And since the book has been out, and we're going on 5 years now, the foundation has grown close to $19,000 because of the sales. If you're interested in purchasing a book, and by the way, the only 2 things that I can guarantee about the book is being a former high school math teacher. Yes, the pages are numbered consecutively. And of course, the hardcover version does make a better doorstop. But if you're looking for an inspiring, humorous tale, or you guys could wait for the movie to come out, which Rocco will be doing the review, I'm sure. Better be a good one. But anyway, so yeah, if you're interested in purchasing a book, my number is 516-603-5520, or go on the website www.susansatrianofoundation.com. It's all good. It helps kids, 100% of its proceeds. And if Sue were here, she was Jewish, I'm Catholic, she would tell you, you're purchasing a book, you're doing a mitzvah. Look up that word. Anyway, I just fell out of the world. Oh, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Howie, so much for allowing me to talk about my passion in my life. And we'll do this again next week, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Great job. Joe Satriano with our inspirational segment of the week.